Every day I get around 10 DMs asking me about graphic design. What to do, what not to do, which niche to pursue, how to earn money, how to get clients, and so much more. So I've decided to create a video answering all of your questions. But before we dive in, hi, if you're new here, my name is Shruti and I'm a graphic designer with more than 3.5 years of industry experience. For the past 1 year, I've been sharing my knowledge about graphic design on Instagram. So if you're interested in checking that out, I'll link it down in the description box below. Now let's begin.
Okay. Question 1. Do I need to be good at drawing to become a graphic designer?
Simple answer is no, you don't need to be good at drawing to become a graphic designer. These are both different skills. Although it depends on the niche that you are pursuing. Suppose if you're going for illustrations for children's book or packaging, so in that your drawing skills might come in handy, but overall it is not necessary.
What software should I learn first?
It depends again, it depends on the niche that you want to pursue, but overall you need to understand the design principles, the color theory, the typography. So if you're just exploring, you can start with Canva. I'm sorry if you don't like Canva, I might get some hate for this, but Canva is a great tool. And if you want to just explore the design stuff and basically understand how a design works, the colors that go well together, that don't go well together, the typography situation, then your important principles of design like your alignment, your contrast, your visual hierarchy. To understand all this, I think you can start with Canva. If not, then you can try, I think, Adobe's 3 top softwares, that is your Photoshop, Illustrator, and Premiere Pro. So Photoshop is used for your social media posts or your photo editing, basically, that kind of stuff, poster design. Illustrator is used for your vector designs like your logo, your patterns, your business cards, anything that needs to be printed or could be printed. And your Premiere Pro is for your video editing. So there is also a great software called DaVinci Resolve that you can use for your video editing explorations. DaVinci Resolve gives you an option to choose the UI. You can choose Premiere Pro's UI and then you can explore the software.
Can I learn graphic design without going to a design school or having a degree?
In short, the answer is yes. You can learn without going to a design school. A lot of designers are self-taught and they're amazing designers. It's their creativity, their skill. The same things that are taught to you in design school, the same things you can learn from YouTube. Although there is one single benefit, okay, there are 2 benefits that I could think of that going to a design school will bring you. First is you are surrounded with a lot of creative people. So it is natural to be inspired or get that, your creative juices flowing easily because you see inspiration all around you. Being in the design school that I was, we got a lot of exposure. We visited a lot of places, we explored a lot of craft. So that kind of exposure that you can get from design school is important. Second thing is, when you go to a renowned design school, there's a certain brand name associated with you. I don't like this that people get advantage because of this, but it has brought me a lot of opportunities just because I had a brand name associated with me. But other than that, if you have the right skills, if you have the right kind of creativity that a brand is looking, so I don't think so these things will matter.
Great. Next question. What kind of device do I need to start designing? Can I do it on my phone?
I would suggest not to do it on your phone. Just because you can edit videos on a video editor on your phone doesn't make you a graphic designer. So the bare minimum that you need is a good working laptop with enough RAM and storage, or a desktop. I have the most basic model of laptop. It has even i3 processor, which is I think quite old, but it works just fine. I had an SSD installed which speeds up the processor. I'm not sure about the technicalities. But a basic laptop is the bare minimum. I would not suggest that you try it on your phone.
Which is the best niche to pursue in graphic design?
So first one is your visual identity, brand identity niche. I feel there are new startups, new businesses coming into existence every day. So this niche I think will never go out of style or out of need. This is very sustainable and you can get good money if you have a good client base and good portfolio basically. The second niche I think is UI UX. It is very much in demand and there are some technical skills that you need to learn in UI UX, but overall it is well in demand, and because I think the supply is less, so this niche also pays well. So the next is I think your web design. Just like logos, there is a need for website every other day for every other brand. I think web design is also in demand and it also pays well. For one web design project, you can easily charge 15-20k for the simplest of website.
Oh, interesting. Okay, next question. How long does it take to become good at graphic design?
It completely depends on you. To become good at graphic design, it will depend on how much time you're giving, how much practice you're doing, how much you're learning, how much you're eager to learn. But if you start from scratch, it can take up to 6 months to be good at design, and for that you have to work consistently, you have to practice, you have to learn every day. So I think 6 months to 1 year is the minimum, but then again it depends on your creativity.
How to find clients as a beginner? I'm sure you get that a lot.
Okay, so I have never reached out to any client, I have never done any cold pitch. Not that I'm against it, but what has worked for me is showing up. I've had my portfolio on Behance for the longest time. I have started creating content on Instagram and YouTube as well. I keep updating my profile on LinkedIn, keep interacting everywhere. So that makes me visible, and that brings me a lot of queries and clients and opportunities. So first thing is to be available. Second is, if you are going for cold pitch, there's nothing wrong with it, is you should know how to frame your pitch. You should absolutely avoid copy paste pitches from ChatGPT. Create a personalized pitch, and if you're going for it, make sure you have a portfolio ready, because once maybe you got a reply, the next thing the client looks for is your portfolio. So you need to have a portfolio ready before you go for the cold pitch.
If you have to choose, would you rather be a freelancer or have your own agency?
So when I first started my business around 6 years back, when I first started my business, the reason I got into that was because I was creating prints and I wanted to sell those prints under my name. So I thought having a nice product line with my prints on it would be a wonderful idea. But once I started that, it made me realize that my creativity was lost. I was more into managing stuff, admin work, and talking to vendors, talking to clients, and doing all that kind of stuff. So I would like to stick to freelancer for a while now. I would like that to continue, because I want to have a creative aspect to my work. I don't want to get into managerial or admin kind of stuff, because when I'll have a design agency, my main focus would be to get more clients. So everything will revolve around that. Make money, bring money, give money, all that kind of stuff. So I would rather stick to being a freelancer.
Okay, last question. What's one advice you want to give to people who want to start graphic design or already have started but need help?
I have seen a lot of people with no experience, no portfolio, nothing. They're chasing clients, they're chasing money. They want paid work, but they have nothing to offer. So my advice would be to stop chasing money and give at least 3 months time to build a skill, to create a portfolio, to have something to offer to the client in return of their money. Stop chasing money. Just stop chasing money. First, build a skill. That is all the advice I want to give. Okay, that was all. I hope you got your questions answered. And if you have any more questions, just write it down in the comment box below and I will make sure to answer them. If there are enough questions, I'll make a part 2 of this video. If you've liked the video, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.